look at sitting back now, okay? All right, when I part the wild horse's mane, I come out on the side and I do a bow step. And this is my sit back. Tell me if I'm sitting back. Say yes if you think I say yes. Am I sitting back in the way that I should be sitting back? Yes? Okay, so say no if it's no. I didn't hear anything. You don't know? All right, I'll tell you. I am not sitting back in the proper way. I need to sit back till the back foot aches. Why? Is it just for show? It's no. You are storing that energy to allow something to happen. If you're only partly sitting back and partly storing, you are not insubstantial enough to then advance. Okay? That's downgrading our standard and downgrading the discipline that we want to achieve to build stamina, strength, and better balance. So on a T-stance, out and to the side, remember now, this guy just does not come this way, but along that, we need to bow our legs. When we bow our knees, things open up. When we bow our legs, okay, this is my substantial. I want to open over the hill and down. Again, this is my insubstantial. I have all my energy, my chi on my back foot. That's a sit back, sit down. Not this way, because I have at least 40% of my weight here. I want to sit back, sit down. I want to bow that knee, bow the knee, open the knee to make it even heavier so that I can generate that heavy energy to come up and around and then down. Round your crotch. Okay, round out your crotch. Make that circle so that when you sit back, sit down, you have that roundedness about you, giving your energy a lot more to the back where it should be. Why? Because then that energy then can come out and advance correctly to the finishing of your movement. If you hardly have any energy there, nothing's going to come out very well. Plus, you're going to be almost double-footed, which is not going to be good. And don't forget to use your hips and waist, all right? Let's go. Parting of the wild horse's mane, both sides. Good Tai Chi posture, dropping the shoulders, making sure your head is erect, make sure your spine is straight, and growing. Root down, out L, hold the ball, and open the crotch, round it out, advance. Sit back, all the way down. Twist. Root down, T and ball. Don't do the same old way. Try to do it what I'm calling. L, move that ball. Round out your crotch. Then part the wild horse's mane. Okay, every time we do it better. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Root down, ball T. Get your bearing. L, round the crotch, get that energy stored up, then advance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, T and ball. Round out and advance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, T, ball, L, round out, over the hill, down. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, T and ball, L, round the crotch, over the hill, down. 1, Sit, very good. Best you can do. Root down. Parallel higher. Brush knee. Root down. L. Round the crotch. No different. Use your hips and waist. Sit back. Pivot. Root down. Parallel T. L. Round the crotch. A little bit more awkward, but it needs to be done. Use your hips and waist to turn. Sit back. Twist. Root down. Consolidate energy. L. Round out the crotch. Over the hill. Down. Sit back. Sit down. Pivot. Consolidate energy. L. Round the crotch. Turn the hips and waist. Hands go for the ride. One good one. Hold your ball. Okay? Any questions on that? So we saw that, yes, we're still in that mode where we're taking the L, we're rounding our crotch, and then gathering that energy to then come down. But we saw that it was rather easy to do when we parted the wild horse's mane. But we saw that we felt a little awkward here, but it still occurs as you brush your knee. Yeah, did you agree? Can you agree? Do you agree with that? For some reason, maybe because it's using all your multitasking much more than when you parted the wild horse's mane. But don't give it up, okay? Get it better. Smooth it out. Try. Challenge yourself. All right. For grasping of the bird's tail, let's work on that a little better. Remember that our foot is flat. That's an easy part. Let's see what else we can do about fixing it up. Okay? Root down, left hand on the bottom. We're going to grasp the bird's tail. Out on an L, round the crotch, ward off. Stop, pause, because I'm teaching. Turn the hips and waist, do not move your hands. Now position. Sit back, sit down, watch. Now contact. Turn at the hips and waist to the center of your body. Push out. Separate. Roll back on your heel. Sit down. Push up. Advance forward, flatten foot. Sit back, sit down, pivot. Hold ball, T, L, open or round the crotch, ward off. Turn the hips and waist, do not move your hands. Now reposition. Bring down the bird's tail, look back, use your hips and waist, contact, use your hips and waist, center, push, separate, roll back on. ward off. Turn hips and waist, then reposition hands. Sit down, sit back, look back. Can you sink again, Ken? Contact, turn at the hips and waist, push from the center, separate, roll back onto your heel, push up, advance forward, flatten. Okay, one last one without words, incorporate what you learned. Hold your ball. Okay, so right there when we ended our movement and we held our ball, so we were right here when we held our ball, okay, I said pause, hold your ball. Don't forget now, you can drop and weight down. Drop those shoulders for more relaxation, for better Tai Chi. You don't keep it up, okay? Drop. All right. So you have to know when to drop, never to raise. And when we drop, it's okay because we're posting ourselves, gathering that energy. Don't forget that all movements on a T step, L stance, you can bowl or should bowl so that you can come over the hill and the energy comes down. It's a lot of words, and I can't bowl the legs. I think that would be the key word there, but you have to know what the ingredients in to make that how you bowl your legs. Don't forget it. Don't just say it's too hard, she won't know the difference. You know, yeah, we won't know the difference, but you will know the difference if you do it correctly. And that's the name of the game, okay? Do it for yourself, not for anybody else. All right. In grasping of the bird's tail, I kind of had to refresh my, my stance. So, watch carefully. Okay. So what I'll call out certain things. So yes, I'm rooted down. Yes, I'm on an L. Yes, I'm bowing. Yes, I'm warding off. Yes, I'm using my hips and waists. Yes, I'm repositioning my hands. Yes, I'm definitely, hands go for the ride. I'm keeping my hands here, but I'm using my power of my hips and waists to get to where I want to be. How do I come back? Do I pull my hands back? I sit down, sit back. Up. The advancing foot does not flatten until we push out. Let's try that, okay? On a T stance. Try to get what you saw, what you heard, a little bit better. Get out of your mode of a relaxed box. Get out of the box. T stance, root down. L stance, fold the legs, ward off. Turn hips and waists, hands go for the ride, reposition. Bring down the bird's tail as you watch it. Turn at the hips and waists, contact. Turn at the hips and waists, push, separate, roll back, sit down with your hands and your okole. Push up, push forward. Back sit down, pivot. That right hand rounds out, it's still spiraling, to hold the ball. Out L, round the crotch for better energy to ward off. Turn hips and waist first. Reposition hands, follow the bird's tail. Contact, turn at the hips and waist, center of the body, push. Separate, roll back, sit down. Come up, advance forward. No words. Pause at the ball. Okay? I'm going to say no words and I want you to observe what I'm doing, okay? And right here, drop shoulders. Drop shoulders a little bit more because you're going into another movement. But you don't have to hold the ball and go like this to show that you understood me. Yeah? It's something internal. Just feel rested, ready for the next movement, storing that energy. All right. Good so far? All right.